Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So as part of today's video of the playwright concept, we will understand what is hooks in what is hooks feature in playwright. Okay, so this is not feature, but it's a hooks in playwright. Okay, so hooks in playwright are the special predefined methods that runs before or after your test cases, or you can say test groups, and they are used to perform setup and cleanup task automatically. So this is a definition of hooks. So you can say in simple definition, so it is hooks are the methods which is used to execute common codes before or after the test cases. This is the simple definition you can mention. Okay. So right now we'll understand what are the different type of hooks present in our plate. Okay, so the first hook is present in is before all. So what is this before all hooks? So basically we have four hooks. One is before all, one is before each, after after all, and after each. So these are the four hooks present in playwright, and we'll remove this definition. You can simply say this is hooks are the defined methods which is used to execute the common codes before or after your test cases. Okay, so first of all you have to understand what is this before all. Before all is a hook which will execute only once before all test cases. Okay, so we have to understand like what are those common codes. So as I've mentioned you that hooks are the methods which is used to execute the common codes. So just remember this line, common codes. Okay, so what are the common codes? So in the interview they will ask you what are the common code that I can put under before all, before each, after all, after each. So just understanding the definition also will not make any sense. You have to also know if you are saying that we have putting a common code, then what all common code you can put under the certain method, that is before all, before each. Okay, so those are, suppose launching some test data and putting some common environment and do some precondition. So these are things that you can put under the before all. Okay, so these are the uh, common code that you can put under the before all. Okay, right now the next one is before each. So before each means these are the code that you can put when you want to execute a piece of code only once before each test cases. So when you want to execute a piece of code before each test cases. Okay, what is the example? The very simple example is login, uh, login or entering username and password. Entering username, password, and click on login. So this is the very simple scenario that we generally use before each and every test cases. Okay, the login functionality, entering username, entering password. Okay, the next one is similarly after all also will execute after all the test cases. Like before all is used to before all code will execute before all the test cases only once. Similarly, after all code also will execute after all test cases only once. Similarly, after each code will also get executed after each and every test cases present in your suite. Okay, so now what all after all code you can put, like what are the codes that you can put under the after all method? Like closing the DB connection. Example, I'll give you the example. Suppose closing DB connection, then some clear cookies, then delete the common data used. Then if you want to do some logging feature, final logging, you can say final logging. Okay. And after each code, what you can put simply, you can give closing browser, taking some screenshot. So these are the basic code that you can put under each and every hooks present in our playwright. Okay. So now let's go to the VS Code and we'll understand. In the last class, we have learned about this grouping feature. So what we'll do, we'll just remove this grouping feature and we'll implement our hooks concept. Okay. So suppose this is my first test case. You can say TC1. Okay. And I will also write this as TC2. TC2. Okay. We'll take three test cases as of now. Okay. So this is my TC4, TC3. Okay. And I'll also write this is my TC1. This is my TC2 console. I'll also print a sim. I'll not write any fancy code over here. You can write, you can practice, and you can write TC3. Okay. So now we'll implement the hooks concept, and if you as of now, we have how many test cases in this example? We have three test cases, right? So now this before all will execute only once, and before each will execute three times. Similarly, after all also will execute once, and after each will execute three times because we have three test cases. Okay, so let's execute. We'll execute the code. So as of now, we have four test cases, and we'll execute the hooks. In the previous class we have implemented the grouping concept, and right now we will implement this before all concept. Okay, test dot before all, and here we'll write one async method. Okay, this is my before all code, and here you can write something like console.log, and here you can write this is my before all code. So after that I will write one before each code, and I'll write before each code over here. Similarly, we can write after all and after each. Okay, before all and after all, before each and after each. Okay, so this beef after all and after each, you don't need to write in the bottom of the test cases, wherever you can write, but just for your understanding, I'm just putting under all the test cases, because anyway we know that this after code will execute after all the test cases, but the sequence is not at all like affect anything. You can put anywhere this before all, after all, and before each, after each. The sequence will not make any impact on the test case execution. Okay, so I have three test cases as of now, and I have implemented the before all code and before each code over here, and after all and after each code over here. So I'll just save this, and I'll press Ctrl J to open my terminal, and I'll execute the test cases. Simple npx playwright test dot slash test grouping, because we have just modified the grouping test cases only. So we are executing the same test cases. Let's execute what exactly it will do. Let's check. See, it is executing three test cases. Okay, and if you will go to the exact terminal, you can see, and also you can first of all we show the report. Okay, let's show the let's see the report. We can figure out. See, okay, here we can. Okay, see the first test case. This is my before all code. This executed only once. After that, this is my before each code, and this is my test case one, and this is my after each code. So you can see this before each and after each code is executing before each and every test cases. See, this is the first instance. This is the second instance where the before each and after each code executed, and this is also before each and after each code executed. And you can see that this before all code and after all code executed only once during the whole execution. So this is the concept of hooks in Playwright. Okay, so in when we'll practice, what you can do, you can put your proper code and you can verify. So this is the simple console code that I have put over here, just not to make a lengthy, just not to make this video as a very lengthy. So I have I've kept a very simple console code, but in when you will practice, then you can put your proper code over here and you can practice it in a good way. Okay, so I hope you'll understand this hooks concept of Playwright. We'll meet in the next video with some one more topic of Playwright. Okay, till then, thank you. Goodbye.